Well, hi, good morning. Thank you for joining me in my shop here. Today is July 3rd, and very little or no smoke in the air. Fantastic. Last night I went to bed, I could smell the smoke outside. But today it's pretty clear. It's going to be a nice day. I'm in my shop here, facing this. So, just a quick recap. Yesterday, while I was getting my feet wet with the second part of the alignment process, I encountered a new problem, and the new problem has taken over, and that seems to be an intermittent, probably a mechanical sort of problem, a wire connection or something like that, sensitive to poking, or was anyway. There's my poking stick I have left in there, and it looks like it's centered on the switch, even though the switch has never crackled or made in operating the switch. There's never been a time where I thought, ooh, the switch has got trouble. But when I poked the stick in here and caused a very sharp reaction, it would appear I was poking part of the switch, terminals on the switch, wires connected to the switch, or a component connected to the switch. So at the end of the video yesterday, I poked around in the area in question, and I really couldn't nail down what it was. So I think what I'm going to do today, starting off, is try to do some observation with close-up camera and stuff like that, and see if I can see something that may lead to me being able to fix this. With the problem there, this radio is either not working at all or working unreliably on the broadcast band. Maybe that's another indication that the problem is related to the switch, because it seems when the radio is switched to the broadcast band, it's less likely to do the intermittent thing it's doing. The other bands, it seems very likely. In fact, at the end of the video yesterday, it seemed like the whole radio just stopped. So that's what I'm going to do. First, observation, and then second, poking and soldering and whatever else I can come up with to try to nail down the problem. These problems can be very, very hard to get. Intermittent problems are particularly difficult. Okay, let's give this a go. You can see I've positioned a camera in here looking right in at the switch. Because it's up so close, the field of view isn't very large. Let's take a look. Only seeing a small part of the switch, but let me operate the switch here. We'll take a look at what happens. You can see how as I swing the switch and this plate moves under the clip there, if I can call it, you can see the clip go up, and you can see the skid mark on the plate. It doesn't really matter how much of the plate is clean as long as right where the contact is made. Okay, so that's this is the two shortwave bands. This would be the broadcast band. So in this view, see anything odd? I think in all the years I've been doing this, I think I've only encountered one switch that was actually mangled. Well, that's pretty interesting. Now, if you look, my camera's drifting here. Just fix that. So these switches are certainly, I find them very hard to understand in the schematic. In fact, they drive me kind of nuts, this kind of stuff. So, looking, can I point to it? Can I point to it? It'd be pretty surprising if I've already encountered a problem. I don't think I have. Okay, so not here. This one, right here. This guy here. Watch where it is located and what it's contacting. It's actually below. So I know what we're doing. We're seeing right through to the other side. We're seeing right through to the other side of the switch. Okay, and the switch is not just like up here in this top part. You see the upper contact. There's a lower contact. It's kind of a pincer or pincher arrangement. Watching every bit that I can see. As I said before, I don't think there's a problem with the switch itself. I think it's probably a connection or something of that sort. Now, where was I poking? I'm going to put in the poking stick. Oh, it's still in there. Move it a bit. So way down here is where I was poking. In fact, I think I was probably poking more like this. Way down under here. I can't see it at all. Not see that at all. I'm not going to get a look in there. So we have an idea how the switch is made. There's some pretty fine wires in here. There we go. Okay, on the far side. See what we see there. Just hoping by some luck in one of these views I'm going to see the problem. So I got a couple wires there. Let me move the pointer stick again. It's not even in view. Okay, let's follow that here. So this is where I was poking, right in this area. Aha. Something was very, very sensitive. What was it? So I can just move this camera a little bit. Oh, that's good. Okay, so this wire here is just going on by. Might be connected to this terminal around the backside. Hard to say where it's going. There's an odd wire tail sticking out. Is it a tail right? This thing, yeah, it is. So it's odd because normally these things are trimmed away. There's this little protrusion of wire from the right in here. That stuff's normally trimmed away. Can I get at this wire and move it? The other way. Yeah. Well, can that be causing a problem? I can't imagine it. Now, have these been resoldered? Now, there's something way in the top view here. Oops, knocked my camera down, darn it. Good. This right up here, this is a little suspicious. It looks like a bare wire going through that hole up there. I don't know if it can be seen from above here. Might be able to see that from above. Now, is that in contact? So if I move the switch, is it going in and out of contact? That kind of contact would be noisy too. I mean, you'd be able to shake the radio and get an effect from it. Let's see if I can stick to it. Okay, it's right here. say no. I'd say there's pretty good clearance right in here. Could be a loose wire. If somebody took this whole assembly out of the radio and then put it back in, there's a good chance that something odd has happened. There's a whole pile of green wire. You can't see it here. Why would there be so much wire there? Let me see if you can see it in the other camera. This green wire here. There's an awful lot of it in here. Actually, it comes in, does a big S-turn, does another S-turn, and heads out this way. That's a little odd that there'd be so much wire. It's not normal for a radio to be built with excess wire, and that's got very nice green rubbery or plastic insulation on it, and that's also doesn't occur anywhere else in the radio. So this is pretty sure to be a replacement wire here. Why don't we chase that down? It goes through this hole. Stay in there. Unplug the speaker here so we can spin it around. Should be easy to identify a green hole. Oh, look at the wire. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's the power wire for the lamp. Power wire for the lamp. A little surprising that comes in and goes snakes its way through here. It's just hooked up to a tube heater to pick up the 6.3 volts for the lamp. So this up here doesn't quite look original either, the lamp here, because this clip just doesn't seem to be the right size to go on the bracket. So it's possible to come from another radio, but why would that be? I mean, I can understand changing the light bulb, but changing the socket? Okay, so far no luck. I think I'm going to probably have to operate the radio again and start flexing all this stuff, but let's keep making observations here. Flip back to the close-up camera. I'm going to operate the switch and watch what happens. Let me just see if I can just aim the camera a little bit differently here. Stay put, camera. Okay, that's broadcast. First shortwave. Second shortwave. Getting the contact plate that's rotating looks like it's clean where it needs to be. I don't see anything in this photo or this image that I think is going to help. Let me see if I can get down below now. Red wires on the shaft here. The shaft is not round, so it's moving the wire slightly. But again, when I operate the switch, it doesn't seem to counter the issue at all. Possible this is a 2-wafer switch. Is it possible it's the other wafers way in the back? It's actually in the front. I certainly don't see anything like obviously going wrong here. Looks like it's been resoldered. It's hard to say. I don't have it in focus very well. You just expect old solder to have a patina on it that makes makes it flat in terms of reflection. Doesn't look very good there. That solder job, you can see the lower wire coming into the solder. The solder has not formed any kind of meniscus. It hasn't flowed up the wire at all. That's not too good. I'm going to poke that one directly. And that's right on the end of that capacitor which was installed. Not seeing anything here that's going to it's going to explain what's going on. Okay, let's get this radio operating and see what's up with it. Okay, let's see how this goes. So I'm in the broadcast. I'm on the broadcast band. You can hear the speaker a bit. Loads of volume. Okay. I've still got the dim bulbs in. Let's put it on full here. A little more volume. Okay, what about the other band? I don't have any kind of antenna. I need something like that. Any old chunk of wire. Let's try this chunk. Is it my imagination, or is the volume level going up and down on that? There's that darn hum. Okay, clip it on the inside so we don't have trouble. First shortwave band. It's working. A tune. Okay. Second shortwave band. Turn it up full, I can hear something. Tune. But tuning doesn't seem to change. It's a very faint hiss there. So you got one band working, one band not, or two bands working, one band not. Turn this down. Back to the middle one. Now I got volume full and this is weaker now. Somehow switching to the top band has initiated the problem. When I do that, this whole thing moves. Holy jumper, it worked. Yeah, that woke you up, didn't it? It woke me up. So now this band, the middle band, is not working. This one is. It has to do with this movement in here. Let me tune just to be sure. Yeah, there's something going on there.
The most butchered teaching in the Bible is also the most fundamental. Different denominations have invented gospels of healing, salvation, and grace, to name a few. But the biggest fault...
So that was probably 9.33. Yep, that's what it says on the dial. So now it's working. Just leave it. So what do you think that stops it from working? Good question. Okay, there was this connection here. Yep. This was the one that looked like it could be cold soldered, but there's nothing happening. The stick came in from the back and was touching stuff down here. Getting anywhere here. So there was a change there while I was doing that, but could be just a wee bit of retuning just because of innocent reasons. Nobody wants to misbehave. Loads of volume. It's definitely working. Well, that's not so good. Let's put the band switch. I'm on the high frequency band right now. Come down. It's working good. If you see this happening, it's because the knob is loose on the shaft. It's not because the shaft is turning. Let's compare the volume to the broadcast. So I'll turn this down, anticipating loud volume. Nope, about the same. So this one's a little quieter, but that's okay. The problem is gone. The problem is gone for now. Why when I stuck that stick in yesterday, I hit a spot that was super sensitive. It was right down here. Maybe the switch contacts were not working well, and now because I've worked it so much that's sort of self-cleaned itself. There's just nothing happening here. Well, I guess the best I can do at this point is carry on with the alignment process and see if this thing doesn't show up again. Okay, that's what we'll have to do. Right. I'll get that set up and we'll just carry on with the alignment step by step. Okay, coffee break is over. Let's get this guy operating. Here we go. Currently it's on a shortwave band. Let's stick that antenna back on here. Uh-oh, I have to use the screw. Okay. So we're operating with the antenna right now. For some reason I actually want to use my signal generator, so why did I do that? Okay, volume's there, and the tuning effect is there. I want this up on, it's not much of a tuning effect. Yeah, it's something going on. Let's start up to 18. That's got very quiet at 18. That's at 18 megahertz now. Okay, we'll take this off. Oh, I screwed it on. Okay, I'll bring on the signal generator here. Okay, signal generator is putting out a strong signal, not a blaster, but a strong signal. And the radio's tuned to 18. The volume is up. Let's see. A little hard for you to see the frequency there. 17,769. Let's take it up to 18. Come on, radio, do your thing. Nobody home. Hello, hello. Nobody home. Okay, volume's up full. Did it go dead? No. Hear that clicking? That's this weird interference I have in my house here that comes and goes. That shows it's picking it up. It's picking up the clicking off this as an antenna, I guess. Okay, come on, radio. There we are. See, it's very, very sharp. And that's always the case with these wideband receivers. Very good. Now, what are we doing next? What was that? Sort of retuned itself there momentarily. Okay, I just realized the things we need to tune are underneath the chassis. I can't have the radio down like this. It's drifting. Drifting could be mechanical settling of the tuning. Could be the radio still warming up. Because it's such a hair trigger. Wouldn't take much for it to drift off. Okay, I gotta tip the radio back up. And I think I'm just going to follow my rule here and turn the power off while I do it. Before we turn it on, let's just excuse me, let's practice a bit here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And did I see a diagram of that here? Right here. Just like that. And this is too small for me to read with my eyeballs here, so we're gonna let me stop. I'm gonna put this on the screen so to have a bigger version help me too. Okay, so I think the diagram I'm after is over here, showing the layout of these trimmers here, and we actually wrote on it oscillator 18 megacycles, antenna 18 megacycles, antenna 6, oscillator 7 megacycles, and here we have oscillator 1600, oscillator 600 kilocycles, and the antenna. Very good. This is, I don't need to read all this. Now, yesterday I read through this, and it's a lot of complications here, having to hook up an extra variable capacitor and other stuff. I'm going to ignore all that for now because I'm really in the first pass, and if we encounter ridiculous trouble here, then maybe I'll be forced to do something. But what I'm really interested in is there a big problem here? Is this thing way out of whack? So we have an oscillator adjustment, and we also have an antenna adjustment. Oop, oop, oop. What happened there? Stumbled on my wire. What? It's a wonder I don't fall down all the time on wires in my shop. Okay. So it's probably worth leaving the oscillator alone at the moment because it's pretty darn close. We've got 18 megahertz there, and when I look at the dial, hey, where's the light? Whoa, I haven't got the radio switched on. Let's put on the radio. Somebody just hear a weird sound there? What's that? I thought I heard a strange sound. Anyway, I'm hearing things. Okay, we'll let her warm up. On full voltage. Today's voltage is a fresh 112 volts. 111. But it's fresh. Okay, radio's working, I can hear it. Can't hear the signal generator. Now I want to look and see where exactly is it tuned to. So 16, 17, 18, it's right on the money. The line is right on. Assuming the line is correct, position of the light bulb will move that line around. I think the light bulb can be moved a bit. Not much. Not much. Okay, so we'll assume the radio is definitely tuned to 18 the way it should be. There's no instructions on adjusting the dial position itself, so I assume it's somehow fixed. So let's get the signal coming in here. $18,143. So that's a fair ways out. So we'll adjust the oscillator to bring this on to 18. And looking again at the it's on the screen, isn't it? So the oscillator. So the 4 of these are oscillators. The last 2 here are for broadcast, and one of them is probably in series with the tuning capacitor, and the rest are all in parallel. So we would adjust the oscillator with this guy. Is that really true? Oh yeah. Oh, I can't see. Hey, down here. Small metal screwdriver. Just getting close. definitely this. Now, is it my finger? You can almost imagine that between this plate and this plate, the field is kind of curving out like this. I'm imagining this. And as I dip into the field until I get there, as soon as I cross this plate line, now I'm making all that up. So we can put this in without detuning it. Yes. Now we're going to turn it just a wee bit and see what happens. Yeah, that's definitely the one. Okay, so I'm going to set the oscillator frequency in the direction I want to go, a short distance. I can still hear it. And this is to figure out which way to turn this screw. So first I will turn it counterclockwise. And it disappeared. Now we'll go clockwise. You can't even see how much I turned it. It's just micro turning. Okay, so that's the way to go. So I'll go a little further. I'm just barely touching that. And we'll see where we've ended up here. Nowhere. Okay, so I'm going to put this now 1878. I know enough to turn this clockwise. Very slowly. And right past. You couldn't even tell I've turned this. And we'll go down. Okay, we'll go right to 18 now because I'm feeling pretty sure of what I'm doing. And we'll turn this. You see me turn it there? Looks like I didn't do a thing. Very nice that you can adjust this precisely. Okay, so there we are. We now have the radio oscillator at the right frequency for the radio, for where the radio's tuned. So the next one adjustment is the antenna adjustment. Now, the antenna adjustment, you really need an antenna on there. I think anyway. I don't have an antenna on here. Well, let's fiddle with it. That'd be this one. So, it sounds to me like the radio is retuned, and this is just what the instructions suggest will happen. So it's tricky. As I'm tuning this in, I'm tuning this out. So, this kind of thing happening. And I don't get the impression there's anything to gain here. Like the signal's not getting ridiculously louder, but to do this properly, it involves an awful lot of other effort. And how much better would you get it? Oh my gosh. How much better would you get it if you put on the capacitor, the extra variable capacitor? Especially when today, if I really want to, I can look at the actual oscillator frequency using my SDR radio and not find it necessary to follow the other procedure, which is much more complicated and difficult. So I would say this is it for this radio in its current state. How good is it or how bad is it? I really didn't make much of a change here. Move the oscillator a little wee bit. And the signal I'm putting in here right now, come to think of this, is actually very, very strong. Let's put it down here. This would be... Okay, so most radios would receive this quite well. Not so good in this one. And you can see the control on my guy here. So this is a factor of 10 every time it gets turned. So I had it 10 times stronger. I've turned it down 1/10, we barely hear it. A good radio, and I've had them in here, can pick up the signal once way down here. So 100th or even 1,000th of the strength of the current signal coming to this radio. So you can only consider this radio to still be weak for unknown reasons. Let's throw on the antenna and give it a big test here. So this shortwave band is usable in the sense that there are signals to be picked up, and we've heard one. The 9.33. Come on off there. Come on. Wow, this is stuck up permanently now. There we go. Put on the antenna, which I think is switched on, because I didn't do any radio listening yesterday. So we're going to just put on the wire right now. I'm going to leave the volume just where it was, so you can hear what happens. Cover your ears. Yeah, cover your ears already. I had a moment there to hear the hiss. Take this down so we don't have trouble. Now we're going to go tuning. Going to go listening. It's a little after 10 in the morning here. Not exactly the best time. But it depends on conditions. There's a huge sunspot on the sun right now. A big one. And yesterday it shot out. Shot out. And I believe there was an ultraviolet blast. I don't know about an X-ray blast. And there was a shortwave blackout, but it was over the Pacific Ocean. And I don't think too many people are concerned about the Pacific Ocean. But there could be such a blast happening right now, and it would be over the Atlantic Ocean. I think the sun is not high enough in the sky to hit us here, but maybe, ultraviolet light, X-rays, they get here in 10 minutes. But the junk that comes off, the actual sun material that comes out, gets blasted off the sun, that takes days to get here. So, here we go. We'll go to the top. Things got pretty quiet pretty fast. Wow. Oh. Oh my gosh, there still is something going on. At 17, 16, now right in here we can pick stuff up. On 15 megahertz. It's getting a little more lively down here. Okay, we're coming into a ham band, the 20-meter ham band. Not much. You know what I gotta do? I've got to stop and make sure the antenna's switched on. I have to stop here. The antenna is switched on, so this is what we're getting. Getting quiet now. So 10 megahertz is up here, in case you can't see the dial. Hey, how come so quiet? The volume is not very high. Now it's much higher. Volume control, the great compensator. It's very tricky. I should really put the knob on here. That's a little easier. Right around 10. WWV. Don't think so. Getting louder. Much louder. .3 should go right in here. There you go. Now there's aircraft and stuff like that here in this area, but this kind of radio is not going to pick it up. A single sideband broadcast. Well, it'd pick it up, but it would sound weird. But we're not going to hear that. So we got nothing. We got nothing. That's not very good. I wanted to get to at least the 9 point. It sounds like it's picking stuff up, but what happened to our 9.3? Okay. Shameful, isn't it? I revert to a transistor radio to check things. So we're going to go to 9.3 megahertz. 9330, in fact, is what it is. I can hear it on this little piece of wire. What's on the antenna? How come we didn't pick this up? Okay, turn down something. Turn down this. So, this, the antenna I'm using is not helping much. I'm better off with this piece of wire in my hand. It's enough time for me to check my antenna connections and whatnot. Piece of wire's better. Well, we can give the radio a piece of wire. Like this. I will just grab one. A nice long clip lead. Start with that. Not super long. Okay, so we're just looking at a couple feet of wire here. Nothing more than that. Let's put this down here. Not very hopeful, is it? More wire. We need more wire. Let's throw another piece on. So I'm going to add a couple feet here. It's not particularly good, but then we don't want it good. Okay, that seemed to make a little improvement. I'm going to hang this up over there. Okay, piece of wire. Am I reading this right? 8.59. Why did this happen? I don't get it. Okay, so I'm going to put the radio definitely onto 9.3 by using the signal generator. Okay, we're just going to hook up one wire. Let's just try. We better put the other one back on too. Okay, signal generator 9.3. Around 9.3. I'm going to put the power up. Here we come. 9.3. There we go. Turn it down. Well, it's doing this guy fine. Let's go down here. Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Weaker signal. We can still hear that a little bit. Let me check calibration. Calibration's way off. Okay. There you can hear it. That's picking up a fairly low signal. So that's actually showing good sensitivity. Interestingly enough. Okay, let's go for the 9.3 deal. Set the signal generator to 9.3. 9.33, Jen. Okay, 9.33. Now, find it on here. That's a little strange, isn't it? I think I'm tuning the radio to 9.33 where the signal generator is, and I can hear the radio station. Okay, let's get rid of the signal generator. Oh, this thing just snapped back. What's going on there? Well, go ahead and start doing that stuff. Backlash. That's called backlash, typically in a string-tuned radio, but this is not a string-tuned radio. It's like there's a spot here it doesn't want to go. That's right, it's the spot. Nope. I can almost hear the radio saying that. Nope. Okay. Goodbye, guys. Okay, it's working. This is on the little tiny piece of wire. Well, maybe some lubrication in here will stop this backlash thing. I haven't lubricated it yet. I think it's thumbs up on that band. I really do. The intermittent problem has just gone away. Goodness knows what it was. Goodness knows where it went. And so the next band to do is the police band. Not a very important band at all because the lower frequency is all noise unless it gets up into 6. Yes, it does. So this is the late night shortwave band in here. So yeah, it's worth doing. Let's just go there. Okay, and this one, looking at the instructions now, oscillator done at 7 megacycles. Okay, so we'll tune this to 7. Way up here. Okay, so that's 7. Trying to take any stress out that might be in the tuning. 7. Okay, a signal generator down to 7. Right, low. Oh, signal generator must be connected to do this. Put the ground on again. Well, that's interesting. I just put the ground on and all kinds of weird things happen. Okay, signal generator is on. Signal level is low. 7. There we come. There we go. You did not hear it. It's definitely on 7. Why do we hear it? Turn it up. Go back. There it is. Seven one 7-160, and we're 7160 would be up here a little further. Okay, so we're gonna tune up on that. First is oscillator adjustment again. So now we're talking about this one. Yes. Yes. How come it's louder? Okay, so oscillator. First, again, it looked like I can't remember. Looked like I can't remember, so we're going to turn the frequency here in the direction I want to go. A little bit. That was a little too much. I'm going to turn up the juice here so we can hear it some distance away. Okay, last time I think it was clockwise. Yeah, clockwise. So we're going to take this down to 7065. See if we can go across it. There it goes. Oh. Phone call.
Hello. We are calling from Online Listing Group because your Google business listing needs attention.
Okay, you call me every day. Tell me that. Yes, every day I get a call like that. Okay, continue on here. So what happened to my Google listing? Somehow I ended up with 2 of them. And I don't even want to go look at it anymore. Okay. Where am I at? So I'm bringing this down to 7. 7. So we'll move this down to 7. I think I'm going to juice it up a little more. Make it a little easier to hear. Going down to 7. Oh, did you hear it? Right there. Go up higher. So it's really seems to have dropped off sensitivity as I'm moving the oscillator into its correct position. Just checking again. 7. 6995 on there. That's good enough for 7. Now I'm using a very, very strong signal. So perhaps it's the antenna. Make sure the radio's tuned right on it. Yeah. We're doing all this by ear too, by the way, which is not the best way to do it. But for now, first time through it is. There we go. Quieter. Well, there's clearly a peak there. So that would give me the impression the oscillator's moving again. Ooh, there's 2 peaks here. Think about that. 1. 2. And then something going on there. 2 is stronger. 2 is kind of where it was. So what we're learning here on this band is not so strong. Not so strong. Now, is there anything we can pick up on an antenna here? I don't think so. I I'm going to take off the signal generator. If the signal generator connected doing this alignment's probably the wrong thing, but let's turn it up. We can hear stuff. Let's try again, just with the noise. Wow, yeah, I see. It's so dependent on what you have hooked up as an antenna. If you want to do this, wow, do this with an antenna connector. Oh my gosh, it's 50,000 miles out. Wow, that just really boosted it up. Really boosted it up. And we're just using a little chunk of wire for an antenna. Is there anything? Well, let's go above 7. Could be. Some stuff here. Nope. The huffing you're hearing as I'm tuning. Probably some interference signal that's actually originally at a very low frequency, and we're just hearing a series of harmonics of some annoying thing in my house. I'd really not like you to hear anything there. In fact, if we did, I'd be packing up my shop and quitting. Yeah, nothing. Any police? Hello? Show me your license. We're not going to hear anything there. Now let's do this. Let's go back to the upper band. You know, I'm almost done for the day here. What I want to do is now I just have the wire on again. I'm going to try this guy here. This is the antenna adjustment. Got to get some sound coming in. Here we are. So we got something here, some hiss anyway. Adjusting this one, don't make a mistake. No, there's nothing. I thought, well, if the first one was thrown off by the signal generator, surely this one is too. Doesn't appear to be. And I've got another peak, any chance? Not that we can hear, just one. There we go. I think actually this radio is working fairly well at this point. I'm going to save the broadcast band for tomorrow. And that's it for today. Fantastic. That's actually really good. And what happened to the intermittent problem? Its intermittency has just gotten really big now. It's once a week. I don't know. Well, thanks a lot for watching. And I'm heading outside from here. Say hi to my cats. Spend the day outside because the weather's good, although they say it might rain later, but may not. Fantastic. So, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you're getting a kick out of this. And thanks again for the super thanks. And see you tomorrow. I'll be working on the broadcast band alignment, which I think is very, very important. Okay, see ya.